Good morning, everyone. Gozaimasu. Minasan genki desu ka? How's everybody doing this morning? Thought I'd do a deep thoughts video. It's been I don't know, a while. This is very topical. It's very seasonal, very holiday inspired video. Just in case it's your first time, which I doubt it is, I'm coming to you live in color from the beautiful state of Indiana in the morning, heading into work, going into work for uh, what puts food on the table, so to speak. And so, yeah, but I wanted to talk to you guys because we just got out of Thanksgiving holiday. We're heading into Christmas and then the New Year. It's a busy time of the year for Americans, and because we have Halloween on top of that. I mean, each holiday in over the next like basically month and a half, 2 months maybe from start to finish is kind of like a race, a marathon, if you will. And I want to talk a little bit about that. And first of all, when the question I'm going to ask, I want to pose. I really would love to get responses, and because I think it's something at least for me personally, I'm very interested in the responses or the answers for sure. But for the people who are listening who do live away from family, right? Or I guess you could, in some cases, friends. And that if you want to spend the holidays with your family and or friends, you are the one who has to do the traveling. When I was a younger man, I didn't really think much about it. I just felt like that was the thing I had to do. I felt like I had to get in my car and I had to drive to my folks' house or whoever's putting on the Thanksgiving soiree and the Christmas soiree, and I had to, spend my time and my gas money and my taking time off of work possibly to do these things because it was required essentially to be a good son or a good friend or a good family member, stay in good standing with said family. So you felt an obligation to make sure that you're at all these events. And, I was happy to do it. To be honest, I enjoyed doing it. But as I've gotten older, and, my son's in high school now, and it's just not taking it doesn't have the same magic as it once did. And I'm quite content with just being where I'm at. It doesn't really matter if I was 2.5 hours away, which I am generally from my family and close friends, or if I was 2.5 days away. I just feel like it just doesn't, for me personally, no longer a thing that I want to necessarily feel obligated to do. Now, if I want to do it because I want to, that's great. But I think I've just gotten bitter or jaded or just cold over the years because it's like understood that I had to be the one who had to travel because it's one guy versus the entire family or whatever. Even though everybody else is doing their own thing, I have a brother and sister, and they all live close to my family, and so it's just I'm the black sheep, literally and figuratively. I'm the black sheep of the family. And I know if anybody knows my channel, knows me well, knows that's not too far from probably the truth. So, but it's kind of an interesting situation because I felt guilty or bad. I felt, the parentals or, like I said again, my good friends or family would be like, oh, we're expecting you to be here. You're not coming or whatever. And I would be like, all right. I'll be there. I'll get myself together and out the door. And like I said, the same power of that, the power of persuasion has lifted over the last few years. And this year in particular, I actually had the time to pretty much go down for an extended weekend. And I just said, you know what? No. I want to enjoy just doing what I want to do, relaxing, having Thanksgiving with my son and his mother, and then just chilling at my house, going and doing like little trips in and around where I live and hanging out with my friends up here. And that's what I did. And I don't feel guilty or bad about it whatsoever. And, I probably will go down for Christmas because, at least, I get a couple days in and I do want to visit. It's just, I want to do it when it's at my convenience, in my time. And, if not, I'm going down for Thanksgiving. I'm going down for Christmas. I'm going down maybe for New Year's. And I'm just like, it's just like I said, it's all about me, doing all the work. Not a single time has my friends or family ever mentioned, you know what, we'll come up there and spend time with you for the holidays. And again, I don't expect people to do that, but also I don't expect you to have me come down all the time. So I just was wondering, where are you all at on things like that? I know there's quite a few people who listen to or watch my videos, listen to these, these live streams or whatever. And do you have the same obligations, or you have the same pressure? Do you not give a crap? Have you got to that point years ago, or do you still feel that now, even as into adulthood, and you have your own families, you have your own traditions, but yet you feel like you have to uproot that to accommodate relatives, family, and friends? And I know people who say, excuse me, people who are more maybe sentimental will say, you're not going to always have your family, you're always going to have your folks around, and you're going to miss those opportunities. And I do agree to that, and I understand that to a certain degree, but also, I think that if, you've done your part over the years, it's not like I've just blatant out across every opportunity. It's been like, no, I'm not ever coming down, or I'm never going there. It's like, no, of course not. That'd be a little bit different if you're just like that hard-headed. I'm talking about, for decades at this point, possibly, and change, that, you do all of it. At some point, you just finally say, you know what, enough's enough. I'm just kind of over it. And I don't know, I guess that's just kind of where I'm at. And, I was speaking with a family member, and I had told them, I was like, listen, at the end of the day, I'm just not coming down. And they were kind of surprised, and, and I was like, yeah, that's just kind of the way it is. That's the way it's going to play out. And she was like, okay. And, it is what it is. I mean, I don't think it was anything, awkward. I just think that was just a surprise. And it is what it is. And like I said, I've done this before, but I think I just finally just decided to articulate this, where I'm just kind of at the point now where I just do what I want to do. And if that includes coming down on my time and on my schedule, then yeah, man, let's do it. I think I have it set up where I'm going to be going down to visiting family and my friends right before Christmas for a couple of days. And I'm looking forward to it, actually. I am. As long as the weather holds out, which in Indiana you just never know, I should be fine. But, I think I have had this peace about it for a while. And my son does a lot of things with school and sports and travel sports and club activities with everything. And I understand from his perspective is that, he's always on the move. Like literally yesterday, he had school all day. And then as soon as he got home, he had to walk to the football field to practice rugby. And then he does that in the cold all day, and then times that out by 2 or 3, 4 days a week. And then, he's a teenager. He wants to spend time with his friends. It's a lot. And I don't want to take that away from him because, you only get to be a kid once, or you get to be a teenager once. And I don't want him to have to, spend the few days out of the month where he has downtime is in the car with his old man driving all over to hit up all these, requirements or obligations. And so I totally understand from his perspective as well that sometimes he just wants to chill, relax at his house, hang out with his friends. This generation going online, playing, video games online on his PS5 is like the way they, relax and enjoy their time, which I understand. I don't necessarily agree being locked up in your room like all freaking day long necessarily, but it is what it is. And, he's the kind of kid who's very involved. So I try to be accommodating in those areas. So, but yeah, so, that's kind of where I'm at. Thought I'd ask everybody. I don't want this video to go super long because it's a pretty straightforward question or questions. But yeah, I would love to hear people's thoughts, their personal feelings about it. Am I wrong? Am I right? Is there maybe somewhere that I can meet in the middle somewhere? But I feel like I've done pretty much all one can do to meet in the middle. And I feel like I've been very accommodating over the years. And finally decided to take some time for myself, and I just do it on my schedule opposed to somebody else's schedule. So, but yeah, I'm definitely interested to hear what other people's thoughts are on this. And maybe I can be persuaded one way or the other. People might be like, no, you know what? You've pretty much nailed it. So, yeah, guys, I hope everybody is having a great first week of December. We're heading into. We're going to be finishing November in like 1 or 2 more days. Then we'll be in December, and then the real festivities, the real pedal to the metal begins. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching and listening, and we'll do it again soon. Peace.